Bashers, Tuesday, July 9th at 5:05 p.m. Hey, Bashers, it's Dirk. We're back in regular scheduled time. Thank you to the YouTube gods for releasing me from jail, and I'll be playing that out for as long as I possibly can because it was so terrible, and I hated every second of it. Shout out to all the Bashers who supported the channel while we were down. Can't thank you enough. I want to give a special shout out to our super basher, Danielle, and also probably one of the greatest contributors to Watch Fashion Police. He's the most dapper of handsome, elegant gentlemen. He's doing some traveling, and he's wearing his traveling clothes. I got a little sneak peek of it, which will remain private. However, impeccably dressed as always. As always. One of my favorite guys. He doesn't say a whole hell of a lot in the shows, but he's an important part of our world. And thanks. Have a great, safe flight, my friend. And you look smashing, darling, as they say. Absolutely. Andrew Wolkowicz is number one in so many ways. In so many ways, Andrew's number one. Not only that, not only is he Patreon and all those things, but look at this. Canadian $20. Let's all hope for some personal peace in our lives. Be an inspiration to others and upvote and subscribe. I can't thank you enough for all that you do, Andrew. You're just one of the most wonderful people. Thank you, my friend. Absolutely smashing, as they say. Dino, look at you. Look at him look at the guys with the wrenches next to their names. Last week I gave, well, the week what was before I got banned, right? I gave out a couple of wrenches. I said, if you would like a wrench, you're entitled to a wrench because you're a great basher. It's not something I've ever done on the show before. It's not something I ever thought about. But isn't it cool though, if somebody nasty shows up, that you have the capability of timing them out? It doesn't give you a whole hell of a lot of power, but what it does do, it gives you the ability to keep the integrity of the show going. So if any kind of nasty people show up, and they do occasionally, not so much on my regular show, but on Friday nights they show up and they're nasty. And I used to let it bother me, and now I don't so much. You got to take it all with a grain of salt because sometimes stuff is humorous and sometimes it's not. But when a troll comes in, if you have a wrench, please feel free to either put that, I wouldn't exactly say block them only if there's something really, really nasty. Timeouts are good. Just go in the corner. Just sit in the corner. Go sit in the corner. I'm going to turn this up. This seems a little low to me today. But, Dino, you got a wrench. And then you go, and Ray, you don't have a wrench. You should have a wrench, Ray. I'm Fuzz, and I will knock you out. You got it right away. It's Buzz Aldrin, the very, very famous two shots side by side of the incomparable Buzz Aldrin, the Omega spokesperson throughout history, the Moonwatch man, as I consider him. Yeah, sure, Clooney and a couple of other folks are definitely ambassadors of the brand. But when you think about Speedmasters, who do you really think about? You think about Buzz. Of course, Wally Schirra, and of course. However, Buzz, because luckily we're so lucky that he's still with us, and how grateful we are, and he's as cool as hell. When the guy asked him, he goes something about well, the moon landings were faked, right? He punched the guy right in the mouth and knocked him out on the sidewalk, and we're talking about a 90-year-old man. How cool is that? What sometimes you deserve a good punch in the mouth, you. And Dave Fahrenheit 451 upvoted. Thank you so much, the king of the basher of the day. You're the king. And Andrew, you're number one. And you just asked me to do a cover the other day. I got to look to see what it was. It was Neil Diamond. It was it Forever in Blue Jeans, or was it anyway? Dirk loves Neil Diamond. I do a pretty decent Neil Diamond. Paul always says that I should start a Vegas act where I do my impersonations, because I've always been a parrot when I was a kid, because I was always studying how certain people sounded. So much so that I got myself into a whole hell of a lot of trouble for sounding too much like Jeff Tate, sounding too much like John Bon Jovi, sounding too much like Klaus Meine. But I also have some non-metal people that I also kind of try to ape as well. Neil's one of them. I don't know if anybody can get the nuance of Neil Diamond, because he's such a special and singular artist, in my humble opinion. But Dave Fahrenheit 451, the king of the bashers, the king of the basher of the day. No one's even close, monsieur. And the man with the wrench comes up with the big dough, British pound sterling. Get out of jail, YouTube pass can only be used once. Call this number 192 and ask for a bot named Claire. And it will solve your F-ups. Dino with £4.99. Thank you, very big buddy. I hope we're back in the groove of things. I think we are, and it's great. Thanks for everybody who came to Sunday Mass. I apologize for it being such a light Mass. I apologize for it being so early. I did apologize to a couple of you via email. It's only because I had to go to John's thing, and we went to. John is one of the co-lead guitar players, because I come from a metal band that has, the two-sided left and right dual lead guitar players. They trade off licks and all that kind of stuff. And yes, I just said licks, riffs and licks. And Johnny's probably, definitely one of my BFFs in the whole wide world. I love him immensely. He just retired from his career and is going to live the good life. And it was fun to spend some time. Not enough time. We were only out there for about 3 hours because duty calls, and what can you do? Life calls and you have to do stuff. But it was great to hang out with him and his whole gang of folks out on Long Island, way out on Long Island. 2.5 hours of driving to get there and back. So that's why we had to leave early. But I love you, Johnny. I know you watch the show from time to time. But yeah, it is what it is. Andy M is here. I beat Melly C. Did you? Were you in separate rooms? Separate rooms and separate tables. No, I don't. OMG, I'll shut up now before I get into trouble. Good evening, kind sir. Wishing you and yours only good things. He's the only good things guy. That's our Andy M. Thank you, buddy. And only good things to you, my friend. Thank you so very much for all of that you do for the show as well. Thank you. Andrew says, it's a hot one. It's a hot one. You're 7 inches from the midday. Is that innuendo? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of sexual innuendo lyrics. Not a big fan of it, unless they're super duper clever. But that's, that's almost Gene Simmons territory of crassness. Not a big fan of that. Maybe I'll sweat some stress away. Listen, namaste. Or as my wonderful, now dearly departed yoga instructor, Marco, used to say, namaste, motherfuckers. Because sometimes when you do hot yoga or any kind of real serious exertion, it can not only bring endorphins up, it can make you angry, which is weird. Sometimes you'd walk outside of an hour and a half class at 100 degrees and 90% humidity, and you just deplete yourself of all energy, and you think you'd be spent and walk out. But sometimes, what did she say? You'd want to do that. Not good, but that's how it works. Almost forgot. Gift my Basher of the Day song to someone who has never had it, please. Which is really how it is going. People who never had it. Let's go look around and see who never had it. And I know I'm behind. I know I am. And I had a whole week off to get that together, right? And I got 2 of them out. I know that. I'm trying to think of if anybody is expecting a Basher of the Day and hasn't gotten it. Tell me now. It's probably getting to the point where Basher of the Day should, you can become Basher of the Day, but I don't know about the songs anymore because it's just getting so I have 600 songs. It's insane. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying, the first cut is the deepest, as they say, which is a Cat Stevens song, and he wrote it for Pat Arnold, and I think who had the biggest cut with it? First cut, Rod Stewart, or I know Sheryl Crow did a version of it, which is kind of milquetoasty for her because, she's great. That's kind of milquetoasty, I think. Let's see who's in here. That's the Nick B. Nick B, did you get one yet, or do I owe you one? I owe you one. I didn't get to yours. Somebody gave one to you already. But Melly C is here. Good day, Dirk, and all the bashers. Well done to Andrew. Andy M, you silly clown. You silly clown, Andy M. Don't be so silly. Sir Julian is here. Everybody give a big shout out to our dear friend, Julian. And I only say this because we talk and I reached out to him because he didn't show up on Sunday, and I'm worried for him. Listen, he's of a certain age, and he's done so many incomparable things in his life, and he has a couple of issues as we all get older, we all have aches and pains and things that happen. But the last thing I want is a beautiful person like him to be down. So everybody give a shout out to our beautiful Julian, because he's one of the most wonderful people and such a great contributor to our show. And we love you so much, Julian. Just everybody's here for you. Sometimes we can just get down. Sometimes it's chemical. The sun could be shining, your kitten could be purring, your dog could be wagging his tail at you, but something in your brain just tells you today's not a day I'm going to be happy. And that's not something everybody can control. Money doesn't help. True love doesn't help. Sometimes it's just chemical. So remember that, especially if you encounter somebody who's having a bad day. And I've said this a million times on the show, compassion and humanity goes a hell of a long way, especially people who disagree with you politically, because the best way to disarm somebody who's got something vitriolic to say, best way to disarm them is to be understanding and to listen. Doesn't hurt, right? Doesn't hurt at all. Your body is like a piece of dynamite. You can tap it with a pencil all day, but you'll never make it explode. You hit it once with a hammer and bang. That's true. It's very true, especially when we're young. We're invincible, aren't we? We're invincible. And then as we get older, I live in a walk-up. I'm on the top floor. And it's like, I never really thought of it before. I thought about it when my dog had arthritis. And I was like, oh, shit. But I never thought about it for me. But lately I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh, wow, it's a lot of stairs. It hasn't affected me yet, but it could eventually. Could. Nick B, our incredible Nick Brooker's here, upvoted number 6. Gotta be happy with that. Hey, and 6 is a pretty respectable thing, man. Absolutely, 100%. Ooh, at the time of writing, crown number 3. Oh, yeah, I meant to do that. Hold on. Hi, Bashers. Why doesn't my computer... what's really funny? I have another account, like a dummy account, that it should know that I can see the crowns here, because now that's my new thing. I watch the show to see who's got the crowns. Andrew's at number 1. Who's at number 2? Hey, Mart is at number 3. Who's at number 2? Dino. Okay. Who's in the middle? Where's 4 and all that stuff? Interesting. It's fun to watch this. I'd never really done this before. I know a lot of people watch their show on another screen or a minimized screen. But anyway, number 3. Hey, crown number 3. Congratulations. You deserve it, man. You're all over the joint. Danny Gutierrez says, I hope you watched Ush's stream from the Cipriani. It was epic. I didn't get a chance to do that because he took it down. I saw your message and I was like, oh, who doesn't want to watch, people luxuriating at the Chip? Because I have never been to the Chip in Venice, because it's on its own little private island, and yes, you can go there and have a libation, some elixirs, and some food and dinner. I have never been there. Been next to it, because it's right, like kind of attached to the Giudecca over there, kind of right next to it. I've never been there, but I didn't get to see it. Daniel Gutierrez, I didn't get to see it. Unfortunately, he took it down. I'll have to ask him. Well, I want to watch that stream. Where did it go? I don't know. He doesn't often keep a lot of his. I know he created a new live stream separate channel for those, because it's summertime. People are out. It's a great thing to move about and do some stuff. Listen, I know you guys all want walkabouts, especially Daniel. And you know what? I would do them. But it has been 100 degrees in New York City. It is brutal, 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 brutal. And I don't want to do the walkabout. I want to do the bike about. And I'll just wind up dead. So I'm going to just wait till it's like 80s and not mid 90s to 100, because it's been way, way too much. But I really want to see it. I'll have to ask him how I can watch it. Hitesh C is here. Happy Speedy Tuesday to you. And hey, don't forget about our beautiful Hitesh C's son, whose son has that incredible soap company. Amazing stuff. Do I still have the link for that? I do. It's the Vancouver Brothers. Listen, I'm not sponsored by anybody, and I'm just here to pass the torch along. Vancouver Brothers Soap Company. He gave me a bunch of soaps. I gave away a couple of soaps too. I've got one in the mail for Carolyn, and it's just great stuff. And it's creative stuff from the Bashers. How great is that? So if you get a chance, take a look at that. Vancouver Brothers Soap Company .Canada. Why not? Helps pass the word around. Let's all spread the love, man. If you have any endeavors that you'd like me to promote on the show, I'm happy to do so, as long as it's not something scandalous or nefarious. I wouldn't care. It doesn't really matter. Scotty H says only 26 more hours. Oh, this is all from earlier stuff because I posted it yesterday. Well, we're live now there, Lord H. That sounds like an old Pontiac, doesn't it? Number 10. Number 10 is a good place to be. Why not? And Kevin Landon, one of the sweetest people in the whole wide world, upvoted number 10 today. Happy Tuesday to Dirk and the Bashers, catching their you're not here live. Fly me to the moon and let me sun among the stars. Let me see what life is like on Jupiter and Mars. Great song. When at work, always remember to control the fist of death. I'm not sure what that means, Kevin. What does the fist of death mean? Sometimes I feel like such a moron, like I don't know exactly what's happening here. You know, it's cool. I can actually see the latest chats while I work through the chats. Dirk, you have a trolling? No, I don't have a trolling account. I have a Dirk Kennedy, like just a regular one. No, it's not a troll account. Who has time to do such things, and why? Why would I do that? Now that I'm a YouTuber, who would have ever thought? Who would have ever thought? Vasilios, Yasu, how are you, buddy boy? 10. 10's a great number, too. And top dog, Jeff Michelle. Is it Tuesday already? Or am I? No, this could have been, I don't know when, 5:45 p.m. That would have been yesterday. Did I do it that early yesterday? Shit. Just goes to show you, I was like, God, I was jonesing for bashers. That's what happened. Panel power coming back for you. Panel power. Hey, Victoria. Hey ho. How are you? Hello. Welcome to the show and welcome to the show. Great to have you here. Hellos to you, a lady of the basher. We love the ladies of the bash. You know why? Because there's not so many of yous, and we love having that female perspective. Because we respect our women here on the iBashers Network. The iBashers Network. Steve Mac 3. Ooh, early heads up today. Off to work now. Catch you later on my Basher. But I've got some great picks coming up from you, though. So I'm grateful for that. I'm looking through that. Remember, tomorrow is going to be the day when I do the young. So a bunch of you sent me childhood pictures, puppy pictures, kitten pictures, and those are great. But I'm good. That's going to be tomorrow's show because tomorrow's going to be a When We Were Young kind of Wednesdays. When We Were Young Wednesdays. It's going to be a reflection of what our dreams and hopes and great shots of everybody when they were kids. All predicated on Carolyn Martin's wonderful shot when she showed us her very first trip to Italy, and she looked so adorable. So that inspired me to do a show. So I thought Wednesday would be great because, it's Speedy Tuesday. Is everybody wearing their Speedy? What you got on today? Let me know. Ray says, I don't need a wrench. I am one. Steve Zielinski says, Oshin's live stream is still up. I didn't see one from the Cipriani. Didn't see that. I saw one that said like it was a Venice walkabout. Is that the one? All right. See, what do I know? What do I know? Steve Mac 3, New York City bloodbath gun toting shooter. Yeah. So yesterday, a guy drove all the way from Las Vegas to New York, and he went into a building and he shot a bunch of people with an AK. I don't really need to plead my case here anymore about gun control in the United States of America. Most of you guys are from Europe. I understand that, you don't have access to such things. I don't think any civilian should have access to automatic weapons. I think every American has the right, it's in the Constitution, to own a firearm for the protection of their family because of maniacs. I don't have a problem with that. I know a lot of extremely responsible gun owners. But then there's that whole other gang of folks that get a hold of these bump stocks and all these other things, and they're just killing people. And they're mostly doing it in schools. I don't need to say any more than I do because it's just, like I get to the point now when I look at the news and I see, Pam Biondi, and I just see all these people not answering questions, and I see the press being stifled, and I'm like, this is not this is not what anybody signed up for. I don't really understand how anybody could do that. It's just, I almost don't want to talk about it anymore. And this is not the show where I generally do that. It's a Friday night thing. But I know a lot of you feel the same way. And some of you don't. And that's fine too. You know, Renaissance. We cast away priceless time and dreams, born of imagination, fed upon illusion, and put to death by reality. Well, yeah. Listen, like I said, you know, when I was a kid, I had these aspirations to be the world's biggest rock star, rich and famous. You know, who wants to be famous? It's not all that it's cracked up to be. It limits what your limits your activities. You know, some of these people live inside, you know, parameters where they can't go anywhere. They have to fly private. They can't be in public. I love people, man. I love meeting people, going to a bar or being in an airport or a train station and being amongst the people and seeing stuff, sitting in a piazza. It's one of my favorite sports in the whole wide world is people watching, you know, and having a conversation with somebody who I don't know. Hey, you know, you never know. You never know who you might meet, but it's true. Reality does do that when you have dreams and aspirations. Maybe listen, it's not wrong to shoot high. It's never wrong to shoot high. But I just think it's probably, you know, like my mother used to say, it's a pipe dream. That's an old New York expression. It's nothing more than a pipe dream. True, but you know, some people get the pipe dream. And like the lottery says, you have to be in it to win it. And if it doesn't work out, you know, make lemonade. Do what you can. Animals don't lie. No, they don't. Animals don't criticize. No, they don't. If animals have moody days, they handle them better than humans do. You know, this is for sure. And, you know, you could always cheer up. You see your pet and they're having a mopey day, and then you just go shower them with love and affection and a massage or an ear massage or whatever. And you can communicate with them. I think animals innately just want to know that they're protected. And like, you know, when we see glorious pictures of Kay or June, like they came off the streets and we see them completely vulnerable in a home upside down because they know that they're safe. You know, they know that they found their forever homes. And, you know, I don't know if people are capable of that. You know, I don't know if people are capable of that. You know, I watch a lot of Star Trek, as you guys know. I'm a big Star Trek guy. I don't watch Discovery because it's too bullshit. But I love Strange New Worlds, and the new season started off with a bang and then got a little stupid. But like there's some interesting life lessons. Star Trek's got great life lessons about humanity and how we should treat other people. And that's simple facts, right? We should treat other people the way we would treat the cutest puppy in the room, shouldn't we? You know, Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. What makes the Hottentot so hot? What puts the ape in apricot? What have they got that I ain't got? Courage. Hey, don't quote the Wizard of Oz on my watch. If I were king of the forest. Bert Lahr, what a genius. I listen, so Meme, you guys all know Mimi RW. She's, you know, one of my oldest friends in the whole wide world. We're gonna go meet up sometime in probably late September, like after Italy. We're gonna go to Vegas. We're going to Vegas to see the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. Now, the Sphere is this big thing. If you guys don't know what it is, I'm sure most of you do. It's a new venue that they built in Las Vegas, and it's a not 360, but I think it's more than 180 degree kind of stadium like seating. Every seat has got like 100 speakers in it, and it's immersive. U2 played there, the Eagles, Dead and Company. But the very first movie that they're showing there is The Wizard of Oz, which has been remastered in a way that they rescored it. They went in and re-recorded all the music, obviously not the vocals because you can't, everybody's gone. But they also used AI in the most judicious way to recreate. So if they're in the, you know, like when the Scarecrow's dancing, when Dorothy meets the Scarecrow, they've opened up the field so it's as if you're watching the scene live. So they've created the rest of the cornfield and the rest of the vistas of the hills and all that stuff. I can't imagine what the witch's castle is going to look like. So that's something it's my favorite movie. So there's no way I'm going to miss that. So I'm looking forward to that. And keep them coming, Renaissance. I love those coats. And Marta's here. Happy Speedy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Speedy Tuesday to you. Are you wearing a Speedy today? Yeah, I hope you are. I got a little bit of color this weekend, which is great for an Irish guy because, we're like ghosts most of the time. Happy Speedy Tuesday to you and Bronson, buddy. It was almost dark under the trees, for the branches shut out the daylight, but the travelers did not stop and went on into the forest. That's beautiful. I'm not sure where that quote is from, but I'm sure it's from some beautiful literature coming from your brain, as it usually is, Renaissance. Thank you so much for that. It was almost dark under the trees, for the branches shut out the daylight. Yeah, it reminds me of and some of you will know where this is from. There's trouble in the forest, there's trouble with the trees, for the maples want more sunlight and the oaks ignore their pleas. And the worst part of that song is the way they solve it is with hatchet, axe, and saw. Incredible song. Neil Peart, genius. Nick P says the UK working day has ended. Now looking forward to bedtime, earbuds and eye bashes. Ba 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 bashers. Ba 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 bashers. Great to have you here, Nick, as always. Steve Zaliski, good evening, Dirk, and all. Tried to pick out a puppy pic of Kiki to send for tomorrow, but ended up spending 3 hours with my daughter going through all the old photos of her. Well, job definitely not done. But you know what? I have a hard drive, Steve, that is 4 terabytes. And I collected all of my hard drives because, it's not photo albums anymore. I mean, I have photo albums and they're great, but now we're all digital. So they're all stored on hard drives. So I said, listen, I've got to make sure I have all these things in one place. So I went through I have a drawer here. That has got billions and billions and billions of hard drives. And I mean billions and billions of hard drives. And I went through all the ones that I knew had pictures on them, and I'm not done yet. And I'm assembling one drive to put all of my photos on because I need a place to make sure and then eventually I'll try to catalog them in some way. It's a very daunting task, but now that I have this new super fast computer, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I started doing it, and it's been quite a bit. But isn't it beautiful when you go through that? You see people who are no longer with us or pets that are no longer gone. I have to admit that when I'm going through stuff, I'm able to deal with Dinga and Glaucus and Murray and Bruce and Clara and my pets from yesteryear. But when the Laverne section comes up, I scroll through it real fast because it's still too fresh for me. And I just, I'm still not used to life without her. I'm still not, and I'll admit, she's here's a confession. Laverne is in my bed. She's in her tin in my bed. I put her in this kind of thick bag, and I have her up against the pillow, and I kiss her and hug her every night, and I tell her how much I miss and love her because I'm not ready to let go of her. I never was ready to let go of her. And, it's getting to the point now where I feel like she's with me, but she's not with me. And that's, it's tough. It's tough. Going through pictures can be rough. But it's in the end, it's wonderful that we have this technology that, photography is a beautiful thing. Just think about back in the day, people only had portraiture. They only had people who could paint an image of your wife or your husband or your children, your family or whatever, your lover. I mean, we're so lucky that we have that. And yeah, you might have a big Kleenex fest, but that's okay too, We just love her even more now. Have a great show. Thank you, Steve. We love you too, buddy. And Andrew's here and he's ready to bash. Oh, blurry. Don't say blurry. Is it blurry? I'm watching my stream on the other channel. Why is it blurry? It's a little bit blurry, right? Do you think it's still blurry? It's amazing how 4K it looks on my thing. It's ridiculous. 360 screen definition quality. Let me try something, okay? That didn't work, did it? That was a big boo-boo. Unless I don't have that plugged in correctly. Right? Look at me goofing around like I should be goofing around. Oh, look how stupid I made it go. See, I should have just left it alone. That'll probably fix itself in half a second. Hold on, let me try this again. Okay. Oh, I think that might have fixed it. That might have fixed it because it just came back super sharp on my screen. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. Thank you, Spectrum, for ruining my day all the time. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if it gets better. Blurry. Now, did it start off blurry? Hey! Hey, Mike Lewis. Hey, Dirk. Good to see you back. Great to see you too, buddy boy. I talked about you briefly, but that's okay. 360 screen definition quality. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Oh, is it better now? Should be. Why don't I get the best quality? I have 1 gigahertz internet in this house, and my speed should be excellent. I don't know why it's not great. I have to figure it out. Dina says, "Hey, Mike, great to see you." He's dressed beautifully as you are. You are blurry, Dirk. Okay. Let's see. I hate to be. Look at this. This is gonna ruin my whole vibe for tonight. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna shut down my other computer and thinking maybe that's fucking with my screen. So I'm just gonna dump that. Yeah, that's gone now. Okay, we'll see. We'll just continue with 2. Shallow, I know your name. That's the song you wanted. Okay, so you can have that for sure. Blurry, Dirk. Show us your watch. Okay, let's see if it's better now. Yeah, it's amazing how I get to see everything in 4K because I'm shooting with a 41 megapixel lens, so it should be great. You know. Tell me what that's like. The blurry was years ago. Read the latest message. Oh, was it? Okay. My problem is, Dina, I like to go through all of the stuff as I go. So let me go back to live over there. Okay. The blurry was a long time ago. Okay. Now I know. That's fine. Mart with the super sticker, £5. That's like 800 US dollars. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, Cowbell. Drew B. Drew coffee in a Handsome Joe glass. I got a nice picture from Handsome Joe wearing a beautiful watch tonight. Let me see if I can fix this over here. Go live. Let me see the latest. This way I can look at the latest chats. Perfect now. Better now. Okay, great. Sorry. Thank you. Okay. See, that's my problem. Melly C says, "Hi, Julian." Nick B says, "I already had Basher of the Day thanks gifted to me. Very kind. It was undeserved." No, you deserve it entirely, man. 100%. Why wouldn't you you deserve it? You're one of the greatest bashers in the whole wide world. You know, absolutely, 100%. Listen, everybody deserves a basher of the day once in a blue moon because it just makes you feel like you're part of the team, and that's just great. You know, and it's amazing. You know. Nick B says, "Speaking of Speedy Tuesday, excited for Saturday, taking a good friend to the AD to select which Speedy he wants to spend some inheritance on. Probably the blue Speedy 57. Okay. It's a nice watch. Should we look at that? Let's do a little bit of Speedmaster watch shit because we never do that. Why not? They're nice. Let's go right into let's go to the website so we can watch it and talk about watches. I don't do this that often, and it's fun to do. Let's share the screen. Let's go to Speedmaster. Look at this fun stuff. How great is that? Here's George looking great. Here's the 57. You see, now he wears these a lot. So blue dial would be this one right here, right? It's a beautiful watch. I mean, it's gorgeous sunburst dial. You can't go wrong with that. You got, 2 sub dials and a date. You got the track. It's really very pretty. And I love the the steel bezel, because it looks so much like the CK2915. I absolutely love it. Yeah, this is a great looking watch. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, and that bracelet is off the charts. Listen, I know it's got an open case back, and here's my humble opinion, and you can take it for what it's worth. I don't think this is a reason to have an open case back. It's just not a great looking movement, with that big plate in the back. It's just you want to see gears and levers and all kinds of stuff, and you don't see it with that. But this watch is beautiful. Look at it. Look how great it looks on George. Unreal. That dial is beautiful. Yeah, if you're gonna get one, I would definitely go with the blue dial. Look at that dial. Oof. Yeah, it's tough to say no to that. And you gotta love the broad arrow hour hand and the beautiful, 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 beautiful color. It's gorgeous. Yeah, it's a great watch. Great watch. I don't have a problem with that at all. It comes in a bunch of different colors. It's 10 grand though. It's a lot. That's bigger than, it's more than more than a Moonwatch. Green dial's nice. Green is over though, isn't it? Green is over. Green was so big for a while, but it's totally over now. Green was hot, but it's over now. Must have been love, but we lost it somehow. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. What is this? 40, right? This is a 41 and a half, I think this watch is. I think it's 40.5. George must have a pretty skinny wrist because it looks like it takes up quite a bit. But this is a guy that doesn't eat, so George is a very, very, what is this? Let's see, 40.5, yes, millimeters. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to go there. Then you go to this Moonwatch Heritage models. Of course, this is my pick for beautiful watches. I mean, oh, Jesus Christ, this watch is just, oy. Not the greatest picture, Omega. Why? How come I blow this up and it looks so fuzzy? It's 39.7 millimeters, but it's one of the most beautiful things. It doesn't have an open case back, but look at that dial. Oof. Jesus, is this gorgeous. On the wrist, it was pornography. One of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Applied logo. Look at that. The long R. I mean, they really nailed it. The loom is just right. It's absolutely gorgeous. And listen, the hippocampus on the back. I'm not a big fan of the commemorative shit like that. I think it's unnecessary, but people do like it. Looks great on a NATO, any which way you want to do it. It's fun to hear that guy's going in there and getting that. And look at that movement. I mean, come on, 3861. Now that, if you're going to have an open case back, that's what you want to look at. You want to see all that, because everybody at the end of the day wants to see a watch that looks like a 321, that's what they're really looking for. Beautiful. Have fun with that, Nick. I hope you guys have the greatest time. Holy crap. Fun. I wish I was going. Yeah, I would love to have. I've never had the boutique experience. And when I do, it will be, as far as I know right now, it will be the first Omega in space, because I want to have an Omega experience like that. It's not going to be Rolex, because I have one Rolex and that's the end of it. That's the end of me and Rolex. I've got the Milgas. I got the watch of my dreams. I have it. It's one I always wanted. And I have it. Lucky me. Thanks to you and Ocean, everybody, Carol, and everyone. All you guys got together. Remember that show? It was like, you could watch it on YouTube. It's a lot of fun. That's really crazy getting gifted a watch like that. It's really crazy, especially at that time when I was feeling blue, super blue. Neil Diamond, one of my first loves. I mean, don't you just love him? Watch the jazz singer. And he's not a bad actor. He's not a great actor. He's not bad. Lucy Arnaz and Laurence Olivier. What? It's crazy. But man, the song, that studio thing, oh man, when he's in there, when he sings America, oh, we're coming to America. Come on. It's so amazing. I get goosebumps from Neil Diamond. He's just one of those artists that just kills me, it's just amazing. How shit, I can't believe you're going to say this. I'm going to get myself in a lot of trouble, Mike. So last night, or was it this morning? It was this morning. We're watching the Professor of Rock, that guy on YouTube with the hat, and he's got a little bit of a lisp. Talks about, it's a lot of adjectives. It's one of those shows where they're like, this bass player, throbbing bass and pounding drums, and it's a lot of, wordle, birdle, schmurtle. But I like him. He's a lovely guy. He recently had some copyright problems, and he's a great dude. I like him. but he was talking about Steve Perry. And I was like, listen, I love Steve Perry, a once in a lifetime singer, but I'm a little sick of it. Do I think he's got one of the best voices in rock? 100%. But I will say this right off the top, when it comes to that kind of singer, I prefer Lou Gramm from Foreigner. He's just more of my taste. Steve is like out of my wheelhouse. Maybe that's one of the reasons why, because it's that crazy high mid-range. Amazing. I guess it's just Journey's songs in general, just like Love and Touch and Squeeze, and I don't like that song. Lights, I like. I don't need to hear any of the song. Open Arms is great, and From Separate Ways is great. But I'd much rather hear Feels Like the First Time, Long, Long Way From Home, Cold as Ice. That first Foreigner record, oh man, the singing on that. I just love Lou Gramm. When it comes to the commercial pop hard rock singer, do I love Steve Perry? I'm not. Of course, I love Steve Perry. Who doesn't love Steve Perry? You'd be an idiot to not love him. Is he in the pantheon of greats? 100%. Of course he is. You know, there's like who are the five greatest rock singers in the world? Freddie Mercury, of course. Lou Gramm has never considered that, but I would say that the general John Jane Q public of people who talk about the greatest rock singers of all time will say Freddie Mercury. They'll say Steve Perry. They will say Robert Plant. They will probably say who else would you say there? The general consensus. They might say Roger Daltrey. Who else? I can't even think of it. I mean, I can think of a million singers, but who are the things that like Rolling Stone would say? They'd put Otis Redding in there or Jimi Hendrix because they always get everything wrong anyway. Not that they're not great at what they do, but like you're going to compare Steve Perry and Freddie Mercury to that? No. I always find that to be crazy, but yeah, do I think he's one of those? Look at the. Hey, Mike, what watch are you wearing today? You sent me a picture of you looking handsome and beautiful today, but let me go look at your text message to see if I could see what watch you're wearing. You're wearing oh shit. You've got a Jubilee on, so it's Rolex. Are you wearing a date just today? I'm not showing it to the public because, you know, he's a private fella. Very interesting. I know people are going to think I'm crazy now about the whole Steve Perry thing, but that's okay. It's not that I don't love Steve Perry. I do. I love him tremendously. And do I listen to Journey for pleasure? No, I don't. But I listen to Foreigner a whole hell of a lot. I sure do. Yeah. And let me go back to the chats. Ray says he doesn't need a wrench. I understand that. Andy M says, hello, Dean. Melly won't let me. Are you on the naughty? It's the whole feet thing. That's what the problem is. You guys got to stop it with the feet shit. It's gross. And Andrew Wolkowicz says, I was also the first on your show back on Saturday. You were first a lot. I already had the Basher of the Day. Thanks. It was gifted to me. You totally deserve it. 100%. Andy M says, hi, Julian. Thanks for all your brilliant and beautiful photos. They make my day better, as they make everyone's day better. That's why we love them so much. Franco Fiore, grazie mille. Upvote for the show. Thank you so much. Hey, man, if I've never done how many people are subscribed to the show. We got about 9 new subscribers while I was off the air, which is incredible to me. Thank you so much. You know, it's a slow grow, but I'm happy with our lot in life here at the iBashers. But if you like the show, you want to be included, we have the Gallery of Bashtards coming up. All you have to do is send me an email, basherdirk@gmail.com. That's basherdirk@gmail.com. You share it with me. I share it with the world. It could be your cat, your dog, your car. It doesn't really matter. It's a community where we all get together and we talk about a bunch of stuff. And I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah. Andy M says, Dean, let's just say I could get to the foot of the matter. See, it's with the whole foot thing. You guys are still crazy with the whole foot thing. Oh, it's entitled San Marco Live. Okay, so he's in Piazza San Marco. Okay, I thought it was a different stream. Okay, I can't want to watch it. Jesus, how How far? Because I have a lot of stuff to read, Ray Ray. That's why. Why am I so? You want me the current chats? Dennis DeYoung. I preaching to the choir, man. I love him. Absolutely. Jim Morrison. Oh, they might say Jim Morrison. Elvis. Yeah. James Brown. James Brown. I don't know. Yeah. Ozzy. Ozzy's not a great singer. Ozzy Osbourne is the greatest Ozzy Osbourne that there ever was. Like John asked me at the party the other night. He goes, "You don't seem that broken up about Ozzy dying." And I'm like, first of all, it's never good to judge how other people grieve or how other people feel about death. It's not a good thing. People handle things in their own way. I'm a fan of Ozzy's music. I've never been a fan of Ozzy singing as a singer myself. I was more a Ronnie James Dio, Jeff Tate, Ian Gillan. Those are my guys. And Neil Diamond, things like that. Ozzy's, more of a character. Is he a great singer? Yes, he's the greatest Ozzy. No one sounds like that, and I totally get it. And it's cool. Let's go. You like this, Ray Ray? I'm right at the top now. Absolutely at the top. Absolutely beautiful. Hey, Tope's just back on the show on the Omega you were drooling over. Hey, the cock and balls at 12 is very helpful. Yeah. I don't like being defined by my sexuality. And I don't like that. I don't know why people always have to bring that shit up. And it's just, it's lazy. It's absolutely lazy. Melly C says it's utter madness, team. That's the whole feet thing. So what do you have to do? You have to like wear sandals and things like that around the house? Is that something that he wants? Andrew says, I've been secretly hoping for 18 years that my first wife would finally get caught in the rain. A week off from eye bashes, I was just begging to find myself frightened shite out of me. So I'm so happy to be back, buddy. Don't put any of your hard drive photos on YouTube, Dirk. Shut down permanently YouTube jail. Now, I'm not putting anything on YouTube. I'm just going to sit here and talk with you all and do the thing. Loss and recovery takes time. All things will happen in proper time. They do. 100%. 100%. And you can't, like the whole Ozzy thing. Sure. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Randy Rhoads records. I'm a bigger Randy Rhoads fan than I'm an Ozzy fan. I love those songs. I love those records so much. But and I've seen Ozzy, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 times, probably. And a lot of times I went to see Ozzy because I loved his opening band. Like I see so many bands open for Ozzy, which was great. He had an incredible career. He went out. Could anybody go out the way he went out? Has anybody ever done that? My big farewell show. I give it my all. I love you all. And then he's gone. It was like the greatest thing ever. I mean, it was almost like it was planned, which is kind of crazy, Dirk, now that you have the show on 2 monitors, set it up so show a sound bar on one so your sound goes out so you know at a glance. Set it up to show a sound bar on one so if your sound goes out, you will know at a glance. Did my sound go out? It shouldn't have. Yeah, I would know anyway. Yeah, okay. I was talking about the 12 and the Omega Speedy dial. Looks like twigs of it. Does 100, but it always did though. It always did, and it looks that way on. It looks that way on a lot of different Omegas. I installed a sound system at Ozzy's house in Beverly Hills a few years back. He was really cool because he's all this sounds. Get me! I was doing this and that because he loved the Beatles. He was one of the greatest in their whole wide world. He definitely was, Roger Daltrey solo album for the album Mick Vicker. I love Mick Vicker. Yeah, Jim Morrison, Elvis, James Brown, Jim Morrison. A lot of you guys are saying Jim Morrison. Yeah, amazing. Anyway, time for the Gallery of Bastards. Let's hit it, kids.
The Gallery of Bastards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bastards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
I just got a text message from someone I don't know, and it says, September, stomp, grape, bottle, drink, eat now. It's from a number I don't know. What kind of weird shit is that? Please go away, creepy people. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's start out with Fergal. Let's start out the Gallery of Bastards with Fergal today. Here's Saki. Oh, hello, baby. Some cute pics. Let me resize all my windows so I can get this beautifully done, so it can be seamless and gorgeous. Yeah, this is better. Make it larger for everybody to see. It's a shame that it doesn't allow us to just show the pictures and not have the stupid background, which is really ridiculous. What a cute picture though. Look at this. Ginge, look how cute. That's a great paw shot. Look at that. A close-up on. Oh God, you guys, you are so funny. I get it now. Look at this. I haven't finished my coffee. Can you believe that? My coffee. Sometimes I sound so New York. I go, I didn't finish my coffee. Yeah. This is cute. It's cat feet. Oh, look at Ginge. Oh, what a cutie pie. What a shot. That's frameable art. Amazing. Beautiful. Oh, look at you. Having a lounge in the garden. I mean, I've never had a garden. I have terrace. But no one was allowed out there. I never allowed anybody out there because it's 3 stories up and overprotective parent. Overprotective parent. So that's not going to happen. Great shots, man. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Sleepy, Saki, Ginger, feet pictures. That's great. Okay, I got to go through some of these pictures because a lot of you guys sent me pictures of you guys young, so I got to make sure that I'm going to save those all for tomorrow. Joe LaFaro, wristwatch check. Let's do it. What is he wearing? Incredible. It's got a little bit of Sky Dweller action here. Yeah, what a watch. Look at that. Oof, gosh. I know, like I've looked at this watch a million times. I've never actually held one in my hand, but they're quite beautiful. And I was like looking at the indices and going, because the it's got a marker as it goes around the clock, and they're smaller on the bottom because the dates are on the bottom. The days are on the bottom. It's crazy looking at that. I never really computed that before, but my God, look at that. That watch with that fluted bezel and that color is just absolutely incredible. Incredible. I mean, it's the most complicated watch they made, right? Beautiful. Thank you so much, Joe. Dean McKenzie, Auntie Jude, let him in. Yeah. Why do I keep hitting the wrong button? Share the screen, bitch. I need a hotkey. Hotkey. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. What are you doing there, Dino? What's going on over here? Phillips just says Ozzy just sounded like mumbling. Didn't seem high on anything. Tons of people work. Yeah, well, yeah, he's got that Birmingham sound, There's always there's a Sharon. Ozzy, sit down. I'm planning a tour. We're gonna make a lot of money. Oh, these are cool. Look at this thing. Look at that cat. Wow, that is interessante. Wow, what's going on here? It's a bench. Oh, how much do they want for that? 3,950 pounds. Look at that. Oh no, cat bench. I can't read it. It's too small, but wow, that's pretty cool. Ray says at midnight Express the film is on later. That's one of the most amazing movies I've ever seen. 2950. Look at this. That's whittling, right? That's what that art is called, whittling. Driftwood art. It's quite beautiful. That's a lot of work, my friends. Oh wow, look at this. It's a bear bench. Wow. Like one of the local English gay bear bars should get that, and they should put that out in the garden. The bear bench, get it? Bum. And you're having some port, some Taylor's port. I'm not a port guy. I've had it a couple of times. Just, I'm not quite ready for it. And if I was to have it, it would be tawny, not ruby. And this is white port, which I have never had, ever. I've never poured. You know what's funny about when you get on a plane, the wine list on a plane, whenever they always have port available on a plane, which I find to be amazing. Like it's not like most people don't drink port, but it's available. Welcome to retail, the game fair, and you've got the pop up. Everybody's got a Ferris wheel now, right? Do you guys call it a Ferris wheel in the UK? Because it was invented by Ferris, but do you call it one of those? I don't know. Aston Martin, Land Rover, Jaguar, Porsche. Okay, well that's not British. I love all the branding stuff. It's really great. You're gonna get to see a really cool picture of a British car coming up in the Gallery of Bashtards soon. Carolyn Martin and her Sunbeam, which is amazing. Well, that's cool. I don't know how I feel about portable Ferris wheels though. You guys feel safe on a portable Ferris wheel? How do you feel about that? I'm not so sure. Not so sure. Speedy Tuesday. We have the Gallery of Julian. Some of his beautiful art. I love that. Hey, Melly, see how purple is that? Purple Durple. Look at that. That is beautiful. Wow. Beautiful, Julian. Wow. What a contrast between the two pictures. No Ferris wheel for Melly C. Yeah. Oh, you guys call it a Ferris wheel. That's cool. Dean says the booze is all free. 9 a.m. Guinness start. Nice. I had a couple of Coronas yesterday. That was free, I think. Maybe I had 4. Might have. Beautiful decanters. Very beautiful. Look at that. Look at that imagery. Gorgeous. Look at the color and the texture. Julian, you never cease to amaze me. I love how all the Brits, though, keep all their booze in decanters. It's not a very American thing. I think it was in the 50s and 60s, and somehow we just put the bottles out. But the Brits still do it, and it's so elegant. Isn't that right? To have your beautiful scotch and your whiskey and your gin and your vodka in beautiful crystal. My sister does that because she collects crystal. This is gorgeous. This looks like Paris. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. I love how it's a black and white shot into stained glass window. Just goes to show you what the artist sees and what the artist wants you to see, which is great. Oh, this is great. Look at that. I like her bun. Her updo. And this fella right here, what's he doing? He's looking at his phone. If it was the 40s, he'd be smoking a cigarette and reading the newspaper. Beautiful. Look at that. So you know what's missing from there? A cat in the sun rays, in the sunshine. Beautiful. These are gorgeous. Hey, Steve Mac 3's here. You're live. I thought you were at work today. Hey, great to have you in the room. Steve Mac 3's here. Hey, buddy. Amazing. Gorgeous. Look at that. I don't even know what this is. I don't know, a colonnade? What is it? Wow. Look at her. Now, this looks like, is this an advert for like orange juice or look at that? It's a mural, though. It's a wall mural. That's beautiful. So Paul used to do a lot of murals. He's a painter and an illustrator, but a lot of his work, side hustle, is murals. So he does do a lot of murals, and I love a great mural. That's why he loves Diego Rivera and Thomas Hart Benton. Those are his guys. Julian, incomparable. The Gallery of Julian, everyone. Gorgeous. Absolutely sumptuous and gorgeous. Here it is. Here's the girl with the wrench and her handsome hubby. Looking great. A Sunbeam, and that's her car. 1967 Sunbeam. There she is. There's the lady herself and her big fella. Looking great. Look at that color. Hunter green Sunbeam. British. 1907. It's a hard top. That's a removable hardtop, right, Carolyn? I know it came in a convertible, but is that a removable hardtop? It might very well be. Look at that. What a cool car. What a unique car. A Sunbeam. Amazing. You guys look super duper duper cute. Sunbeams are great great cars. They're very cool. Like she sent me the picture. She said, "Guess the car," and I'm looking at it, and I was like, "Could be this, could be that." It was so hard to figure out, and I was like, you know, it might be a Sunbeam. And then I Googled Sunbeam. I was like, oh shit, it is a Sunbeam. Amazing. Thank you, Carolyn, very, very much for that. Steve McLeod, picks for Speedy Tuesday. Steve McLeod of the Clam Cloud. There he is. Thanks, buddy. We love having you on the show. And of course, especially when we've got all these great artists here, you and Julian with your beautiful photography. Look at this action. My God. Gorgeous. Juxtaposition of the color of the grass and the wheat. Wheat. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Moray last. Look at this. Oh, look at you with your coloring. Wow. Beautiful stuff, man. Wow. Wowee. That is absolutely gorgeous. Huh. This looks like a Black Sabbath cover. Wow, these are gorgeous. Wow, look at this. Look at this detail on this thing. All the talented bashers, man. Look at this. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. It looks like motion. How did you do that? Where are we here? I don't know. Something close. Haze close. Now we know where that is. It looks like you did motion blur here. How in the world did you do that? Sorry for me roughing that picture up. I can see on the other screen what it looks like to you, and that's a bit nuts. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much. Beautiful stuff. Steve Mack, thank you, buddy. Beautiful stuff. Eminem madness, smoking minty madness. Yeah. It's Mork for Carolyn and everyone. Look at him looking so chipper. He's looking great. Look at him all. Hello, buddy. How are you? The theme is purple. The cats are Mark and Mindy. Oh, look at that. Oh, how cute. He's all cuddled up. Oh. He's having a good snooze. Oh, look how pretty that is. Oh. Oh, I love the pull out. You know how much I love the pull out. So beautiful. He's such a cutie pie. And there's the lady herself. Man, you guys have a lot of DVDs. Holy schmagoli. Doesn't seem like it would be her thing to go in there. It's unbelievable. Amazing. Saucer eyes, though. She's irritated in some way. Those speakers are crazy. Jesus. I bet AC/DC sounds good on those speakers. AC/DC is not even a band that I really enjoy. I get it, and I know why people like them, but like I wouldn't listen to them for pleasure ever. It's just not my thing. For loud rock and roll, I don't know. Yes. When I'm in that kind of mood. Oh, you have a lot of speakers. Wow. Look at they must be on because look at her. She's looking quizzically at that. Oh man, oh God, what's happening? And you have them on wheels. Are they wireless? That's a big horn on there too. Holy macaroni, man. These are crazy. Wow. Eminem Madness. They're called X Boom. Wow. Eminem Madness. Mark and Mindy Madness. Yeah. Mark and Mindy Madness. We love it. Thanks, guys. Thank you, too. Dino says he sent some more pictures. Yeah, I'm coming. They're coming. I'm getting there. I'm getting there slowly. Bob Randolph. Great to have you in the Gallery of Bastards, my friend. Speedy Tuesday. The guy knows the drill. What's he doing? What's he showing us today? Look at that. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that great band on there, too. Looking great. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's the watch. This is the one that now. Listen, here's a great shot. A couple of weeks back, I'll talk to Bob about it earlier. He was looking to do like some kind of an auction for this thing, like a live thing on here. He's got this watch brand new in the box. Very different, unique piece. And I guess we could talk about it more in the future. It's very, very different piece. But it's yeah, it's the Cernan one, right? Amazing. And that Longines. We all helped Bob choose his Longines, and we absolutely love this watch. And look how great it looks. Perfect strap. I'm glad we all made the right choices. Look at that. Amazing. Amazing stuff. Yeah, thank you, Bob, so much. Yeah, cool. Talk to me if you want to. I don't know how we do it, but we'll figure out a way because he's looking to part with it. But he wants to get a little bit of money for it. So it's a unique piece. I know that it's limited and blah, 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 and all that stuff. If you guys are interested. One from Andy M. Oh, hey. Okay. Some more Mork and Mindy madness, but this time from the other man's perspective. She's on the precipice of the recliner. Mindy, what are you doing there, Mint? Oh, there's the leg off. That's great. Uh-oh, feet shot. Please don't turn me into a foot show. Because if you knew me, you'd know how much I don't like. Oh, Jesus Christ. You guys are trying to kill me. Oh my God, you guys are mental patients. Hey, whatever floats your boat is all I have to say. It's just very odd. Here's Ray, the man himself. Hey, action shots. Ray. Great. There's the man himself. Don't eat the watch. It won't be gonna. Oh, look at you all dressed up. Isn't that in your finery? Is that for Samhain? What's going on there? Ray. You look like Anton LaVey there in that picture. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Raphael doing his absolute. Oh, here's more. Hold on. Oh, how great is this? Is your fella. Oh, look at this guy. What a beauty. What a beauty. Oh. What a beautiful fella. Oh, God. Beautiful fella. God bless. God bless. Ray. This is for Andy M. So does Andy M not care whether it's ladies or men's? That what a wonderful picture of the cat. How great is that? I'm going to make a special request about the foot stoppage, please, if you don't mind. Tilly Pics. Oh, we love our Tilly on the show. Hello, Tilly, baby. I mean, could you just want to give her a big snout kiss? Oh, it's a puppy shot, though. Oh, shit, I was supposed to save this for tomorrow. Give me more. Oh, look at that. Puppy shots. Look at you. You're such a sweet baby. Oh, man. These are, hello, Tilly. Belly rub time. Oh, she's a beauty, man. Gorgeous. Dean says we're not about wrists now. It's all about, oh, Jesus. Christ almighty. Guys are so weird. Meanwhile, I've been trying to get flip-flops banned. Like, I want them banned from public space. I don't think anybody should ever be allowed to wear open-toe. Women, sure. Beautiful pedicure, beautiful high heels, sandals, espadrilles. I'm all for it. But men in your Fred Flintstone feet, please keep it to yourselves. Jesus Christ. It's the thing. Thank you for that. And thank you, Nick, so much for the Tilly shots. And here's Dean McKenzie, Auntie Jude. Let him in. Oh, it's an Aston Martin. Look at that. Vantage. Yeah, ding, 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 ding. Ooh, I better not do that. I'll get in so much trouble. I'll get in so much trouble. Who wrote that? It wasn't John Barry who wrote that. It was Norman, right? Vic Flick played the guitar on that. That, I mean, who doesn't love an Aston Martin? Absolutely. Wow. I mean, these are beautiful cars. I guess we'll see soon who they choose now that Amazon has control of the James Bond franchise. I guess we'll find out, right? Guess we'll find out. I think Aaron Taylor Johnson is officially off the table, but who knows? I want Joshua Sass, but then again, it's not going to happen. And Aston Martin, look at the color of that car, man. That color is just everything. Jesus. Right-hand drive as it should be, as all Aston Martins should be. I hate when I see them in the States and they're left-hand drive. I'm like, God, get a real one, will you? DBX. Yeah. I've seen one of these in person. I don't know if it was a 707, but they're puffy. They're a different kind of beast, Yeah. Because it's that. Isn't that crazy that everybody thinks Rolls-Royce has one? They all have SUVs now. I don't know. Like I see all the Maseratis in New York City, the SUVs. And I'm like, you know what? It just doesn't feel like Maserati anymore. It feels like, Hyundai or something like that. In Oz, flip-flops, cold thongs. Now we have thongs here too. And those are the ones that they're made out of rubber, and your toe and your first toe, your big toe and your first toe go in between that one pillar that holds the two straps. Or they were. I don't think anybody uses that anymore. I don't think. Oh, look at that. I'm not the biggest convertible fan because I like the full lines of the vehicle. But that is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at the leather. And it's paddles, right? Yeah, it's paddles. Everything's paddles now. Look at that. It looks like a cockpit of the latest jet. Amazing. Aston Martin, man. Gorgeous. DB12. We've seen it before. Amazing. Aston Martin. Thank you, Dino. Those are great. Fantastic. Absolutely great. And that, my friends, is the Gallery of Bashtards for today. Remember, tomorrow is going to be all about shots of you as a kid, shots of your pets as puppies and kittens. So let's get that for tomorrow. I've got a bunch of them now. I've highlighted them all so I know where they are. But if you haven't, just please send it to basherdirk@gmail.com. That's basherdirk@gmail.com. Tomorrow is going to be Yesteryear Wednesdays, Young Giovanni Wednesdays. Please do that. We'd love to have it. That's tomorrow.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Thank you, Dino, for the big bang boom. Let's give you a little bit of cowbell. Want to make sure. Sky Dweller Paradise. Yeah, it's freaking crazy. Yeah, it's nuts. That's cool that you did a sound system toaster in Ozzy's house. That's amazing. And that was that the house that he did the Osbournes in? Probably, right? He's been living in LA for a long time, so who knows? Andy M says amazing sculptures. Yeah. Melly C says no Ferris wheels for me. Me neither. Whiskey. Steve Max loving Julian shots. Andrew says, my mom left me some crystal wine glasses and a decanter. I'm terrified to use them. Use them. She wanted you to use them. Were you going to save them until you're dead? What's the point? Use them. They're for you. Use the stuff. Wear your watches. Don't put things in a case. Don't put a bird in a cage. It's meant to be seen. It's meant to be beautiful. Decanters rock. I agree, Nick B. Classic drinks cabinet. Yes, absolutely. Everyone should have a bar in their house. Even if you don't drink, you should have it for company. It's for entertaining, of course. 100%. Brilliant, Steve. Everybody loves your shots. Steve says, thanks very much. Melly C, you're not a fan of AC. It's not my thing. It's too much screaming, but that's okay. Not everybody's going to love it. Nick B loves the M&M madness. Of course, we live on the M&M madness. I think Mindy knows when pictures are being taken, gives us a pose. She does. She's not stupid at all. Nice, Speedy. Yeah, that Speedmaster's great. Thanks, Bob, for sending in those pictures today. And give me a shout if you want to figure out a way to to make that happen. And he was talking about giving away some of the proceeds to animal charities, which is very, very cool. Of course, he offered it to me first, and I said, absolutely not. I would rather to see some of the portions go to like one of our favorite animal charities, because that's what we do on the iBashers network. And the M says, everything sounds good on the speakers, not wireless, but good LG sound system. We have Wharfdales on the record player system. Nice. Very nice. Carolyn, a dude coming to look at my bike tomorrow. Uh-oh. I guess you guys, did I give your emails? Did I do that? Did I send you, Ray? I'll send you Carolyn's email, okay? Dean says, Dirk, we're not about wrist now. Size 10. So you're going to talk about what size shoes you guys all wear now? Oh, Jesus. Guys, here's a plea from my bashers. Guys, can we please not become a foot fetish channel? It's just wrist shots. Foot overdose. These guys are nuts. Pick reminded me of Lemmy from Motorhead. Like, I love Lemmy, but I don't listen to Motorhead. I can't listen to that. It's just not for me. Top Dog nominating Tilly as winner of the day. Oh, that's very sweet. iBashers Christmas calendar. Every day has a new foot on it. Yeah. Flip flop should only be for the public washroom and public showers. 100% was the Aussie bonfire nights. Yeah, it's 100%. Top work. Ray says, Nick B, you look great. Indeed, he does. 100%. Nick B wants to go drinking with you, Ray. Would be dangerous. You guys would be dangerous together for sure. Great cars, Aston Lines, Mercedes drivetrains, AMG. You're a big one. Silver Aston Martin DB5 with spoke wheels. Prettiest car ever made. I agree 100%. Prettiest car ever made. Dirk, Orange Seamaster, new issues, thoughts? I'm not up on it. I'll read up on about it for tomorrow. Orange Seamaster, new issue. We'll have to take a look. It's hard to keep up with them, you know. I somehow suspect that Ray on a night of heavy drink won't be banned from a bar, but an entire town. No, they just send him home because they know him so well, you know. Andrew Welkowicz, Canadian, $5. Great show. Upvote everybody and subscribe. Be a blessing and a Patreon if you can. Hey, man, if you can, it would be amazing. Andrew Welkowicz. You know, yeah. How slim is the slimmest Speedy? That's a great, no, it's not going to be 11. That's a great trivia question, and I should know that off the top of my head, but I don't. But I'll find out for tomorrow. I would probably say, God, that's a great question. That's a really, really great question. I'm Googling it. The 38. Yeah. Yeah. What is the depth? 12. Yeah. That's probably the thinnest you can go. Yeah, they're all in the same thing. I was thinking that because whenever I've seen the Speedmaster 57, it's a big watch. It's a pretty big watch. It's pretty big, you know. It's pretty crazy. You're wearing a size 10. You talk about your stuff. My shoe size is for Michelle's size. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with you people? I'm starting to worry about Dean's uncontrolled. But is it just Dean? Andy M is out of control too. Dean needs a jail sentence. Oh my God. Geez, what's happening to the world? You guys are all nuts. No feed shots, especially when they're on the dashboard of a car. Gag reflex. That's Quentin Tarantino's nonsense. Quentin Tarantino always has girls with dirty feet on in all of his movies, which is crazy. Anyway, you guys are nuts. I will see you tomorrow. That's the show. Thanks for tuning on in. Thanks to the super chatters, Dino, Andrew, Mart. We love you, Mart. We miss Bronson today. Dino and Andrew, thanks you guys so very much. Big Bang. Let me give you all a big bang. Give you some kazoo. Remember, it's basherdirk@gmail.com. That's basherdirk@gmail.com. Send me your shots of you from yesteryear. Your could be your first house, could be your childhood home, all inspired by Carolyn Martin's picture of her first trip to Italy, which was really wonderful. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Keep the door open Hold it open. Remember to say please and thank you. Remember, if you encounter anybody in the world who's not so nice, you have no idea what they're going through, give them a pass, because they could be the nicest person in the world, or else they're just a cunt.